All right, so we are doing the job. Sorry, windy. Yes, I'm just going to stand in here, pick it up. A few wrenches to have in the ground. But it's a glorious day, the first in a long time. But there's so much rain on the ground now, it's really not going to help an awful lot because there's more rain on the way. And I know now, judging by all of that, that cows are going to be going inside and need to go inside very soon. So as much as I bloody hate doing it, it's a job I have to tackle into, and I've already been working on it this morning, taking out bits and pieces that are in here, been stored over the summertime, moving stuff over there, just regulating everything out. I have the house ready over there. I've drinkers all cleaned out, I've lights all checked, everything's ready to go, but I have to put these timber barriers back on, clean out the drinkers. Another thing that will have to be done is I need to clean my PTZ camera up there, which is filthy, and I also have to clean all the condensation, which I do every year, off the lights. You can see how black they are. So it really does block an awful lot of the light. You might see there over in the corner, me go-karts. That's something probably you never thought I was into. I've owned them for a long time. They're all fairly good yet. I used to spend a lot of time at that kind of crack with cars and things. I like things that went fast, I won't deny it. So although I don't get a chance to do it maybe that often anymore, I still don't want to part with them because they were part of my childhood growing up. And one day I'm planning on maybe starting a new channel and fully going over them because they are good ones. There's a junior cart there, a senior cart, and another junior cart on the other side. One of them needs an engine, the rest of them just need a bit of a clean up, and maybe we'll do a channel on them where we can fix them up, put maybe different engines into them, and make them a little bit more powerful and just have a bit of fun. By sitting that up there, it means it'll make it easy for me to get the top one in. That was a good one. Yeah, that sits again that now. So next thing we'll do is just tighten these bolts up so it doesn't move, and I have to find where I put my chain and chain that back closed again. Now these barriers open on both sides, which is extremely handy. If you are putting barriers on a new shed or an old shed, try to lay them that you can open them both sides. You can also adjust these buys here on this one, so whatever way you want to sit. But I need to tighten these bolts here because if I don't and take it off, it's going to completely fall off on this side here. It's going to pull out and fall off. So make sure that it's loose, make sure all pins is in, which that one's not, and tighten them up. Missing a plank there. I've tried 4 different ones. I know this one here on this side slightly shorter than the rest of them. So there's 3 planks there that are different. They're about 2 inches shorter. One of them broke and I had to cut it in half. I used it for something else. It's probably up in the yard there somewhere. So I need to actually go and get a new one for here. Right, just to my local merch here. I'm going to pick myself up 2 beams. Well, actually I'm going to take one today because I'm back again in a couple of days if I need another one. 6x3s. Looks a bit long. These are shorter ones here. They look more like what I want. Just as I'm walking by the 50 here, that's a lot of oil. Is it oil or water? Nah, it's mostly water. She's no vegetarian, but she likes her leeks. Well, geez, I don't know what's in that 6x3, but it must be gold, because that brute, there's a ton weight. Take it, love. This one isn't in great shape here, but it's still alright. It'll do for a while, and when it breaks then I'll replace it. There's no point in pulling it out now and it's still serving its purpose. But next job, get this gate off. Right, that's that gate moved. Heavy bugger as well. I left it just sitting over there. My brother can give me a hand and move it over the weekend. But you might notice a difference in colour throughout this video. Yeah, well, that wasn't the last video, so we made that in between what we're at here. Probably off camera is just gonna uninteresting work basically, but I'm gonna grease all these rollers on all the doors. I'm just gonna grind all the latches, the door handles over there on the shed as well, all and just a wee bit of grease put onto them, and the two main doors up above. The next thing we need to get ready is our two main machines we're going to be using for the next month, 6 weeks at least. Had planned on opening my silage pit first this year, but I'm not opening it yet because I didn't plan on putting cows in so early. We have a slap of bales over there, so what I'm going to do is use bales for the first month. Well, at least get me past Halloween, and then when we get by Halloween we'll open our pit then. We'll see what way it works, but the heifers over there never be fit to eat the amount of bales, nowhere near. Not even the calves all put together wouldn't be fit to eat all them bales. So we're going to dish them into the cows, especially now when cows are starting to go dry. We want really to have good silage when the cows calve. But again, it'll all depend on how the cows do on the bales. We want them to build condition. If you don't know what we mean by that, is we want them to put on weight because they'll be giving birth in January and you won't find that coming. So we need them to start putting on some weight on their shoulders now. So they can prepare them for that, so their calving will be easier on them. They'll have no complications when that time comes. Anyway, let's get our machinery ready. So my bale splitter is in the shed, tucked in. I need to grab it. I can't fit in with the tractor. Well, not quite, it's just a wee bit underneath the roof. So I'm just going to get the pint of this bar in here. I'm just going to pick it up, hopefully. I want to pick it up, I just want to kind of get a grip of it and pull it out so I can reach it with the tractor. Now any use I think I might be trailing the blade on the ground, I'm not. It has this guy here that keeps it off the ground, so it's safe to drag it out like that. I'm just going to stick this wee bit of timber underneath here, so it makes it a wee bit easier for me to get the link arms in. These YouTube videos make everything look seamless, don't they? Anything but seamless. I cut out all the bits that make me look like a circus going around looking for stuff that I've put down and just stuff not lining up, and I'm after doing that for the past 15 minutes, and this time I was looking for the actual ram. We don't use the top link, we use the power ram or hydraulic ram, whatever you want to call it. You need it on this to get the bales just in the right spot. It's kind of a must. So we'll be taking this off to put that on, but I was searching for it up in the shed and everything, and that was on the thing the whole time, and I wouldn't mind. After I found that, I couldn't find my balls, and then found them in the box of the tractor. Get a grip, get a grip, get a grip. But now that I have them, I throw it all together. Half an hour trying to put this thing on. I'm going to wash this yoke I'm not going to put you through that, so I'll meet you guys up in the yard. You just go on up there and I'll see you there in a few minutes. Pumping grease. Oh yeah, it's coming now. That took a bit of grease. Just blocking the wind here out the door. I'm just going to go around now and I'm going to grease the front loader, and then I'm going to lift her up with the loader. Someone told me when you're greasing the front axle, put the loader on the ground, lift the tractor up and grease the front axle that way. That way you get grease right around the bushing, which is a great idea in fairness. And that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to film that because it takes forever and it's boring as, yeah. So we'll skip straight on to the back of it. And just before I do that, this thing's out of grease again. That's the worst thing about it. It holds very little grease and I don't know where my grease gun has gone. I haven't found it in the last month. So I'd say someone lifted it because there's no way I'd put it down and forget where I put it. Little tip for you. I watch a guy in America who just fixes machinery, and myself and my wife were watching him one night and he had a great tip which I didn't really pick up on, but my wife did. And he was talking with people who have a tendency to forget things. One of those things was tie-in straps, or little zip ties, a different colour zip ties. He said it was a great idea to put zip ties in different things, especially on pipes, hydraulic pipes. He said it was a brilliant idea. Made sense, but I don't forget things, so I didn't really think I needed them. But a couple of days later they arrived in the post. I didn't order them, my wife did, strangely. She said I'd find them useful, but now that we have them we might as well use them. So these pipes here, yeah, sometimes you can forget which order they go in, especially if it's been a while since you put them on. You even can forget which spool is which and so and so. But anyway, this guy, I'm doing it on his behalf. He reckons that I should colour code the spool versus the pipe. So put just like tape here actually, 1 for top pipes, 2 for bottom pipes, and the same on every one of them, and then I'll colour code them to which spool, and that way that guy, if he's watching, he'll remember what way the pipe should go. Now I don't know why he would want to know, because he won't be using this, but whatever floats your boat. Right, so that's the yellow one. We're going to put this up here. We actually should have put it red, seeing the tape was red, but sure. Yeah. So I'm just going to cut this red tape off so it doesn't confuse that fella or my wife if they're both watching. Somebody might find that handy. So again, I'm just doing that for demonstration purposes only. So next, get on to the next job, which is to sharpen this blade. So there is our blade that we're going to use. It's not even a blade, it's actually a sanding disc. I find it quite handy for sharpening stuff like this, and even a shear grab. It does it really, really fast, and also it doesn't tend to heat the blade as much. One thing you don't want to do is blue the blade, because you leave the blade that it dulls far quicker because you've taken the temp out of it. So these I find very handy. This blade here is single-sided, so this is the edge here you sharpen. This you can just clean off. You don't really want to put a bevel edge on this. Keep this flat. Keep it clean if you want, but keep it flat. Really all you need to do on this side is take the bores off when you sharpen the other side. We finish it off with a wee rub with a file. You cannot beat a file for a good edge. That's how sharpened up. I'd say my company today is quite bland. That's it, I'm just throwing my jacket off here because there's like a microwave in here. But I have a baler on the back, one on the front. That's the start of it. But I'm not going to film any more of that today. We'll leave that to the next video because I have a lot of stuff still to do, and getting the cattle in and just getting paddocks and stuff. There's a lot of stuff to come up, so that'll be for the next one. But I want to finish off today's video with a couple of clips that I think you'll enjoy. Two lads, if you're not already following, I'd say most of you are, but if you're not, go and check them out. And that is a visit we had from the Funky Farmer and Farmer P. It was very surreal for me to have lads like that on our farm, and been watching them guys for so long. I didn't actually realise that they're actually going to come and stay beside us for the night and then go home the next day. So we had them for a whole evening here on the farm, and then we had them the following morning as well, and we just talked. We didn't even go to the pub. We just done a tour of the farm, took them around, showed them everything, and then We actually had a steak dinner that Sinead made for us. Thanks, Sinead. And then we just sat and we chatted and we had a laugh. The one thing that struck me to them two guys from day one was their humour. Naturally enough, the two guys are great workers and run a great show, but the humour stuck it for me. What we do here on our farms, it's a tough lifestyle, and there's lots of times where the days aren't so good. And it's nice to actually have a laugh. And that's why I kind of put humour out. Try my best to put some humour into my videos, because I know there's a lot of people watching who might have had a crap day. And there's lots of those in farming. So I like to talk when families can sit back at night after a day like that and laugh at this Egypt from Cavan making fun of himself, which I'm happy to do. And them guys do pretty much the same thing, and that's what I enjoy. So we hit it off like a house on fire. If you didn't watch our live video, go over and check it out. You'll see the crack that we had, but we thoroughly enjoyed having them over, and hopefully we've arranged maybe next year I might get over and see their place, and a few other YouTubers that are over there. The next clip you're going to see is me and Sinead just tipping over to Cavan to get a little special something for them. And then we'll have a little small clip of when they were here. I didn't film their time here because, well, they were our guests and I didn't feel like sticking a camera into their faces. They did film their time here, both of them. And I know they have a video maybe already out. Each of them will have a video of their time here, so you get to check out the full thing there. If you did see our live video, you'll see the gift that we got them. We are big GAA fans here, and we like the rivalry behind it. Just a bit of crack. But to have them two boys do what they did for me at the very end of this video, I just thought was hilarious. And of course, Richard's pronunciation of Cavan was even better. Classic stuff. See you next one, guys.
So Adrian, where are we off to today?
We're actually off to Cavan town, which isn't that far away from us. But we've two guests coming tomorrow, the Funky Farmer and Farmer P. Well, I'm going over to tax my Jeep, if I'm being honest. I'm looking forward to that, standing in the tax office for an hour. But after that, we're going to pick up something for them when they're coming that'll kind of remind them of their time in Cavan, that hopefully they'll enjoy. Just when I'm doing that, I have to apologise. I'm in my wife's car and the seat is hanging asunder. The steering wheel squeaks like back and forth. I don't know what's wrong with it.
And light going
The warning lights aren't coming on for the tyres, low pressure, and there's a hell of a knocking on the way do you look after the yoke? So
It is fine. They are all very easily fixable. I just need to take time to do that. Look, it gets me from A to B and from one football pitch to another.
Yeah.
And to work.
It'll soon get you from Z to Y if you don't fix that hell of a knock on that side.
Every house is the same. I know every house is the same. And yes,
I don't doubt it for a second.
when you got into the car, like everyone else,
looking at their wives,
stop.
saying, "Yep, you do the exact same." Hanging apart.
God.
We're heading over here to the Hard Boiled Egg, which is what's it called? It's a restaurant you call it, is it?
Yeah.
In Cavan. We go over here now to get our breakfast. We haven't been over here in nearly, geez, it must be 8 or 9 months since we were over here.
We're kid free.
We're kid free as well. The car is empty for once. A rare occasion. So yeah, we're going to tip in here and get a full Irish, which I cannot wait to get, a cup of coffee to wash it down and start our day off the right way. So just over here in our other farm, and it's nippy, hence the reason, all buffed up. But we've two guys here that are starting to work for us just after doing an interview, starting to work tomorrow. Yeah. So these two lads here, so haven't just put out the job acceptances yet, but obviously
that's my labourer.
You can introduce yourselves, lads.
I'm the Funky Farmer, Rich Cornell.
And I'm Farmer P, Ian Pullin.
And they're over visiting us now. They're at the ploughing yesterday.
He told us he'd put us up. I didn't realise it was this thing.
Yeah, well, the bed, there's a double bed in that room, a single bed in the other if you don't want to share.
Fantastic.
The heating is the cuddling, eh?
Yeah, the heat is the cuddle, yeah. Heel to toe. Yeah. It's great having the two lads here. I've watched these guys growing up long before I started YouTube. So to have you here on the farm is great.
Do you know what?
To be here. It's a pleasure to be here.
We've only been here a couple of hours. I've so enjoyed meeting you.
Yeah.
I really mean that.
Likewise.
Yeah.
But you talk to people that you watch on TV, and when I met these guys at the front door, I said it was surreal. Because it was, we know each other.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
But we'd never met before, and it's gas. And they are, in real life, just as big a lunatics as you see on the videos. But yeah, sound really good to have them on the farm, and we're going to treat them tonight with a bit of supper, and we're going to have
looking forward to that.
Maybe a belly up later on.
Yeah, maybe. Crack on, yeah.
And I've only got one thing left to say. Cavan for Sam. Cavan for Sam. And if you're from Ireland, you know what that means. Cavan for Sam.
It was great. Cavan for Sam.